Get back over here to a more appropriate picture on the screen. I was enjoying a little Antonio Vivaldi. His Four Seasons, that was summer that you heard when you come on. I assume you heard it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I talked to Reverend Dave a little earlier. He's not going to be here with us tonight. He was going to try, but he wasn't feeling good, and he was going to go to bed and try to come in on a call on his cell phone. And I told him just put the cell phone down and just get some rest, and we'll look forward to seeing him on Thursday when he feels better. So he won't be here with us tonight, but he was going to try. He was making the effort.
What happened to Don? He just flew off the map, didn't he?
I don't know. I noticed Don's gotten involved in a couple other programs, and that may have him tied up. I don't really know. I still see him every now and then. He still checks into our chat room frequently, and I still see him around, but he hasn't made any of the calls here lately. I'm not sure why. I don't know if like I said, he's gotten involved in a couple other programs. I don't know if they've gotten him tied up so that he couldn't get to these, or what the deal is. But like I said, we'll still see him around.
I miss his newsletter.
Yeah.
He just always got to quit sending it. You know?
Yeah, I noticed he's kind of dropped off of doing a lot of things. We still checking into his Skyfork Leaders Lounge group, but I think I'm checking into it more frequently than he is here lately. So I'm not real sure what's going on there, but.
Well, I miss him too.
I do too. I do enjoy working with you and Sandy and Marnie and Dave and anybody else that comes on here. And even though Don was always kind of quiet, he was always there when we needed him. And I'm sure if I needed him, all I had to do is give him a call, and he would be there for me. But he's always been that kind of person. I know he's still on IVO pretty good, pretty frequently.
Yeah, I've seen his ad for his book, you know.
Yeah. So what's going on with you now? Now that the holiday has come to an end and ready to get back excited, I assume you was driving a bus last Tuesday night. We wasn't here Thursday night. So.
Yeah, I was busy Tuesday. She got hurt Tuesday. I drove on Tuesday. I drive every Tuesday, and I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. And ran the bus all day. Stayed in trouble with dispatch.
You sound.
But I do something, you know. I've got 30 years tractor trailer experience.
Yeah.
I've drove buses since 1975, and I've worked with handicapped people since then. And if it's pouring down rain and you got 3 people that's in wheelchairs, and you got them coming out of dialysis. Well, what I did was I had about 8 minutes. I was 8 minutes ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
So I went out of sequence.
Mm.
And I went up and picked up this other lady that wasn't in a wheelchair to try to run around the rain because I didn't want those people having to stand outside the bus and wait to get on the bus in the rain.
Yep.
And another safety issue would have been if they had, I would have had wet wheelchair tires. I would have had a wet ramp. And a guy that can't push himself, so I have to put him up on the ramp, leave him suspended in midair like that, and then go in the bus and go down the aisle and get him. And I just wasn't willing to do that until it quit raining.
Well, that makes sense. That sounds like the safest way to do it.
Yeah, I just, I got in trouble over it today, Dispatch mad at me. So.
You remind me a lot of my oldest daughter. She doesn't drive a city bus like that, but she drives a school bus. She's forever arguing with the dispatch, and she's forever lost.
Yeah.
Trying to get dispatch to tell her where to go.
Yeah, well, see what they do is they use a software program that maps these runs out.
Yeah.
And my lead supervisor says, yeah, they use a software program. I said, I can tell. It's as the crow flies. They don't figure in traffic, lane closures,
right,
traffic lights, or nothing,
I got two daughters, and my oldest one and my youngest one, and they both drive school bus for the same county system.
The youngest one got the older one the job.
Yeah, the youngest one got the oldest one her job, and the youngest one's always relaying the escapades of the oldest, because, like I said, she's forever lost, and she's forever arguing with the dispatch. And
I don't get lost. I've been in this county for 50 years. I know how to get around.
Well, same thing's true with her. She's been around forever, and in her car she could probably go anywhere she wanted to, but seems like on these bus routes she's forever getting lost. So.
Man, I need some referrals.
Yeah. Well, this hasn't been a real good week for referrals. Unless you was referring somebody to a restaurant serving turkey and dressing, I guess. But perhaps it'll pick up now.
When I associated with some guy that can't even put his picture up there and can't even fill out his profile. It says, thank you for being an associate. I visited your profile and wish you continued success. Are you open to looking at any new business opportunities?
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not open.
Not if he doesn't know who he is, or can't put his own picture up, or anything like that on his profile. So. It's people like that that desperately need a lot of training. But it's also people like that that will never show up for such.
Hey, Marty been active here. She just posted a new press release. Don't believe in miracles, depend on them.
Yep.
Yeah. 14 seconds ago.
Gosh, I haven't been on IBO in days, except to put credit codes in. I didn't do today's, but
I didn't do today's either.
today, Sandy, the Twitter Tuesday word is bump your business.
What is it?
Bump your business.
Bop your business?
No, B-U-M-P. Bump.
Bump. I got it.
Yeah. Bump your business.
Bump your business.
Yeah.
Looks like bumpy our business.
Yeah.
The way it's spelled. All run together like that.
I just did it. That's the only reason I know it.
I have got to tell you about Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning.
All right.
Doug and I and Melissa went down to Pirate Land, a campground that we used to have campsites at when we went camping with the camper. And I got up Thursday morning. We were on a lake. We were at a vacation rental on the lake. And I looked out, and the lake was covered with birds. There were seagulls.
Wow.
And ducks and swans and pelicans and egrets. And I was like, I'm in heaven. This is fabulous. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as dramatic the next morning, but it was just, it was lovely.
Do you have a camera there to take pictures of it?
Well, we forgot the camera, so we were using our phones, and I'm having trouble getting the pictures off my phone, but I'll eventually get them. Post them someplace on Facebook or something.
Go post them to Facebook.
They were just so beautiful.
I gotta figure out where this Steve Wright came from. It's Jerky Direct.
Oh, I got something from him.
Yeah.
There's more and more of them anymore. Do you mind if I share? Yes.
Yeah, he asked me if I was open to any new business opportunities, and no, I'm not.
Not with you anyway, right?
Nope.
It's like you say, Mark, they're the ones that don't go to the webinar and hear that you're not supposed to do that.
Well, I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Several that don't even have a profile, or their first star. You know?
But they're out there busy sending you messages about their business.
Right. Well, it's just what I was telling David a while ago. That that's the type of people that desperately need help from somebody. If not me, you, if not you, somebody, that can share with them exactly how to do things and what to do and what proper etiquette is, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And they just, you can't convince them that that's what they need, and as a result, they wind up, falling flat on their face, as far as business, and they jump from one business to the next business to the next business, and none of them succeed because nobody's taking the time to share with them exactly how to do things.
Yeah.
Somebody's been in my profile putting banners up that I didn't put in there.
How they do that?
I don't know.
Your advertising run out?
Well, yeah, if your advertising runs out, that'll happen.
Well, my advertising didn't run out.
Huh.
I got coins up there, but I also noticed another problem. When I try to do IBO, it won't let me do that. On the Double Dose Monday, it let me do Facebook, but it won't let me do IBO.
Sounds strange.
I got 2 banners in here that I didn't put in here. And I'm going to click on one of them and see where it goes.
That might lead you to some information there that would be useful.
Yeah, it goes to the feeder metrics page. And yeah, that's my page, so scratch that. They just look different. They just look different to me. I don't remember seeing those.
Maybe you've been busier than you thought.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think I put them in there. Oh, well, I gotta go. That's my daughter calling.
Okay.
I'll be back when I go get her from the ball game.
Well, I hope she's
All
better.
right.
And we'll.
Bye, David.
We will
Yeah, I
talk to you
gotta
later.
go get her. I'll call back if I get back in time. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Glad you was here.
How about you?
We'll look forward to talking to you again Thursday. All right.
Sounds like you really enjoyed having your son, Mike. Was it wonderful?
It was, absolutely. We don't get to.
All right, great.
I won't say we don't see him often, because we do see him on Skype quite frequently. You know, we stay in touch, but we don't get to see him face to face very often. So it is real good to see him.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He's traveling all over the world all the time. So
My goodness.
once in a while he gets to he gets to come by here on his travels, but.
Was his family with him?
He's single.
Oh, wow. That's great that he can do that then.
Yeah, he spends most of his non-working time, which is, of course, he's traveling all the time working, but he spends most of his non-working time working with kids. He's got there's a Christian group of kids on the air base there where he works that he works with, and he's all the time taking them all over Europe.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That is phenomenal. Wow.
On mission trip.
God bless him. That is so wonderful of him to do that.
Yeah. And he also's got kids there at the church he goes to. He works there in that church a lot. And he takes those kids all over on mission trips as well. So it keeps him pretty busy all the time. But he enjoys it. He thoroughly enjoys it. And it all works out for him. So, like I said, occasionally we get to see him.
Yeah.
We lay a guilt trip on him every time he comes to the state and doesn't stop by here. So
Yeah. Doesn't really work though, does it?
not really.
Business has been slow, hasn't it?
Yeah, that happens right about this time of year. Depending on what business you're in, of course. If you're in the right retail business, things can get to be hopping this time of year. But in the networking business, it slows down right about now. But let's see who else is joining us in here. This is Mike in Georgia. Please tell us who you are. Where are you from?
Well, I'm back.
That was quick.
Yeah, well, it wasn't her.
It wasn't her. Oh.
I was going to say, you must have a lead foot.
Well, I could have. I used to have when I was growing up. I used to stay in trouble all the time. I had some pretty fast cars, Sandy.
All you boys, you're just car crazy.
I wished I had the money I spent on cars.
You and a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say. You're still a youngster there. But I was fixing to say I used to work on cars when I was little. I spent a lot of time working on cars, but it was,
Ours.
as I got older, it was my car I was working on.
Yeah.
But back then he was able to take a wrench and a screwdriver and a hammer and out there in the in the carport and fix most anything that come up.
Yeah.
Just can't hardly do that nowadays.
But now they got everything all switched around where you got to buy special tools.
You got to have special tools, and you got to have special computers and special knowledge, and I don't know. It just quit being fun to me. Quit being fun. Now,
Well, I got now, excuse me.
Bless you.
Now my toy is a 1950 0470 aircraft engine.
just the engine.
No, it's on an airboat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's my new toy, and it's more expensive.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah, it costs about $280 every time I want to take it out.
That's
and where do you take that, David?
Out in the marsh.
Really?
Yeah. Out in the swamps.
Yuck.
Yeah, we got 2 gators this year. 2 10-footers.
I'm eating here.
Well, you can eat gator.
I don't like
We got
it.
we got a restaurant down here in Fellsmere that feeds you everything that crawls on the ground in Florida.
I'll be sure to stay away from it. If they ever sit down there.
Yeah, they got possum and they got raccoon and they got
Oh,
and they got frog legs and they got gator tail.
I have to admit that I've had all of that, but I don't make a steady diet of any of that.
No, me either.
you have to go out of your way to have it.
Did you know, Sandy, that you can eat rattlesnake?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it in the Costco frozen food section. Ooh.
Yeah, the way we cooked it is we used to run a stick through the snake after we cut his head off. His poison sacs are in his head. We'd run a stick through him and put him over the fire, and when he gets done whistling on one side, that side's done. Turn him over, he'll get done whistling on the other side, then you can eat.
No, I couldn't.
I'm afraid I let you have that one.
What?
Rattlesnake.
Really, yuck.
Sounds like good eating to me, boys.
Yeah.
What do you know?
I'll pass on that.
Even if you were hungry.
I'd never be that hungry.
I don't know that.
I will say that I've never been that hungry yet.
No.
It could get to that point, I guess, but not yet.
I don't see it.
Yeah, we have a restaurant in Uptown Charlotte, the Cajun Queen, and they have a big alligator on their sign. So that's not someplace I'll be into soon.
So you don't think
But I
you're
have
gonna
had
get
it. I don't care for it.
Tastes just like chicken.
It does, actually. But
Everything tastes like chicken.
that's
Food
true.
cat.
Even frostwood.
I haven't done much of anything in the way of marketing. I guess I better get back to business this week.
Yeah. You got a full house on your first tier, don't you?
I don't
No,
think so yet.
no, you got 3. You had
Yeah,
you had
I think
4, but they never did upgrade to level 1.
Yeah, they haven't
Yeah,
upgraded.
Yeah, the whole problem is once we get them to upgrade to level 1, they don't move anywhere.
Yeah, that's true too. I
You
don't
got to get a dynamo in there.
dynamite.
That'll get them moving. That'll get them moving.
Well, you know, I don't know. I think sometimes people think, well, you know, they will go ahead and upgrade to 1, and they do. And then I think they think for $1.75 they've made a huge investment in a business that's going to make them rich. Well, the only thing they've done is made an investment that'll pay them maximum $7.
Yeah.
They're not going to get rich, you know, unless $7 is rich to them. You know, each person has their own opinion, own views on that, I guess. But I don't think $7 will carry you very far. So if you want to make more money, you got to upgrade, and with the $7, you got the money to upgrade. So I don't
Well,
know.
I only need $1 million a month.
Is that all?
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the problems with people too. Sometimes people think too little. They don't dream big.
You want to dream, you might as well dream big.
You might as well. You know, you're either gonna get your dream, or you're not gonna get your dream. And either way, if you dream big, you know, and you do get it, okay, so you've won. If you dream big and you don't get it, you haven't lost any more. You know, just maybe a little disappointment there, but not, you know, when you dream little and you get what you're looking for, then I don't know. Somebody said something, you know, it's better to aim at the moon and just and miss than it is to aim at the ground and you know and hit your target.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that. That's true.
So I keep aiming at the moon.
Keep falling in place.
My wife says I keep falling my face, but at least I'm aiming. I have to admit that I did work with a group. I did work with a group of very intelligent people, and we aimed at the moon, and we hit it.
Yeah,
We hit it.
and it's still there.
Of course, that was 40 years ago when I aimed at the moon, but you know. Of course, the equipment we put there is still there.
Yep. But see, now you got to stop chasing possums on the ground.
That's right.
Now they're aiming at Mars. So
That's true too. Well, actually, I wasn't part of that group, but we've done that and it hit that one too.
what year was that, Mike?
What year for what? I can tell you it was 1969 that we put a man on the moon.
No, I know that. I meant, when did they first get something on Mars?
Be honest with you, I don't know.
No, I can't remember. Doug's gone to the bathroom. He would know. He follows that stuff. But yeah, you know, it's and they're all these years later, you know, still working on that dream.
the
They will
dream,
get there.
the dream is still there. There are still dreamers and people that are still wanting to get there. Unfortunately, this country has lost its leadership. I don't want to get into politics, and I'm not trying to be political with saying this. I'm just saying as a whole, this country has lost its leadership. It's lost its dreamers, and without a dream, the people will perish.
Sure.
And back in the 50s and 60s, we had dreamers. We had dreamers that believed it could be done. It had never been done before, but they believed it could be done. And as results, in 1969, we put a footprint on the moon.
Okay.
Now somebody's knocking on the door.
See, they believe that you'll answer the door if they knock long enough.
He just won't leave him alone.
And it's the daughter.
Yes, the daughter. She made it home.
Here you go.
Yeah. Here, let me have that bag. I'll carry it for her.
I can't lift it.
Says she's on crutches.
Bye.
Oh,
I guess that's a good reason to help her.
I love you.
Got to carry her book bag because it weighs about 40 pounds.
Mm.
why is she on crutches, David?
She hurt her knee on she was playing basketball.
Oh,
She's on a championship basketball team that plays at the Christian school. The boys have been state champions for 4 years, and last year, that's the first year they lost.
Hmm.
And
We've lost. We haven't lost any this year.
you
3-0. We've won all of our games.
they're undefeated this year.
All right.
oh,
Congratulations.
wow. Congratulations. That's fabulous.
It's missing that middle piece inside. You want to see? See that middle piece?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Just calm down. Need some new ones. We have to get you some.
Okay, guys, the three of us need to come up with a plan on how to get people to sign up, how to make them upgrade, and then how to make them dynamite.
Well, I'll tell you my opinion. I've sent one of them 5 or 6 emails, and she's just dropped off the planet. And I've gone through IBO and tried to help people get their profiles set up. Nobody will answer, so I don't know what to tell you.
Move on. SW.
Some will,
Some won't.
Right.
some won't.
So what?
So what?
Next.
Move on.
Next. Some will, some won't. So what?
Well,
Next.
I think if they don't respond to that first email that you introduce yourself and you try to make them realize you're human, I don't think they're going to respond at all. I think if they really wanted to be involved, they would be
They do.
glad to hear from a human being.
The problem, yeah, well, I'll have to say that, and I've been in this business over 40 years now, and I'll have to say that personally, everybody, without exception, and I have sponsored a lot of people in 40 years in various businesses, and I'll have to say that without exception, every one of them that I've sponsored, I talked to on the phone first.
I've even done that.
I've had a few that signed up. I don't consider sponsoring someone that saw a link or saw an ad and went over and said, "Oh, boy, I'm gonna get rich," and then just signed up. and all of a sudden you see this new name on the list. I don't consider that people that I've sponsored, even though they may have been signed up under me,
Yeah.
because most of those people that do that, I never get to talk to. They
No, there's no phone number.
there's
Right.
there's no number, no way, and I try with everything I know to contact them and talk to them, and they never respond. I never do get to talk. And then after a short period of time, you never see or hear from them again. They just vanished. And now that's not to say that everybody that I have talked to signs up. That wouldn't be a fact. Most of them do. That's not to say that everybody that I have talked to that signed up actually did something. A lot of them disappear again.
Yeah.
But those that I have talked to that have stayed around and for the long haul are people that I talked to on the phone and I communicated with, not strictly email or texting or anything, but talked to them. Made an attempt at building a relationship. And there's people, I hate to say it, well, no, I don't hate to say it. There are people on this phone call right now tonight that've been around for a long time, but we talked first.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we, Sandy?
We did. But I knew you, I guess, from 1X, and
That's probably.
I just had good vibes about you, but I didn't know you yet. But then I guess we talked, and I thought, that sounds like somebody you can trust.
Well,
I had a good opinion of you.
I'm thrilled to death to hear that, and I hope that I've lived up to that. I try.
Yes.
It's very trying.
Yes.
My wife says I'm very trying.
But no, we all.
Well,
Reverend Dave and I have been together for years and years now, and we actually were together for probably better part of the last 40 years, even though we didn't know it. We were in the same. We sat in the same meetings and listened to the same people doing the same talking, and participated, but we didn't know each other then. But
You might have been sitting in the same room with my brother.
it could have been. It's entirely possible.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But the people that have stayed around, or the relationships that we've had that have lasted the longest, are they're the people that we built a relationship with first. And that's what I truly attempt to do. I don't know if any of y'all have seen any of my ads I've been placing here lately on the Facebook groups and here and there and everywhere else, but my personal ads that I'm placing everywhere, and slowly they'll all evolve to that, but to the same format. But I don't put a link. Some of them I have a link in there, but the link leads to a page which tells a little bit about myself and what I do and what I'd like to do for them, and gives them a phone number. Even that page doesn't give them a link to go sign up with something. I want to sign them up. I want to sign them up and everything I can, but I want to sign the right people up. I want to sign people up that we can build a relationship with, that we can build a business with, people that will put their picture on their profile, people that will answer me when I call them and when I email them and things like that. People that won't be here today and gone tomorrow. I want to talk to the right people, and the right people, they'll pick the phone up and give me a call. And that's what my advertising tells them to do right now, is give me a call. Let's talk. If I've got this is what I'm doing. This is what I've got. If you want to you know, if you want to learn more about what I'm doing, if you want to do it too, give me a call. And that's just my philosophy now, because I really don't want to deal with these people that are that I think are really ghosts. You know, if there's such thing, you know, you never actually have any relationship with them. You never have any conversations with them. They don't participate in group activities. They don't show up on calls like this. You know, those people, I really don't want to waste my time anymore with those people. There was a time when I thought I could help everybody, and that everybody, you know, that I just needed to get everybody I could and do everything I could to help. And I've come to realize that until people want it bad enough themselves, until they want it bad enough themselves, they're not going to be around. They're not going to stay around. They're not going to do what's necessary. They're not going to do it for them. They're not going to do it for me. They're not going to do it for anybody else. And in most cases, they'll be done hop to another program next week. So those, I really just don't want to waste my time doing that anymore. I'm getting to the point now where my time is valuable. I'd rather spend my time with my wife, and you know, and and some days I get up early in the morning and I'm sitting here in front of this computer until early the next morning. And
Stop. Oh.
Uh-oh, what happened? I heard a crash.
Oh, that was me moving the chair. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Long as you wasn't you falling from the chair or something, we're all right.
It was probably magnified, you know, over the phone.
I remember a time, Mike, you called me on Skype, and I was going down the road in the truck and the trailer, and I said, "What's wrong with that dead burn phone?" But I answered it.
You answered it anyway.
Well, I do make myself available. I you know, if you call me on Skype, it's going to get me. It's going to ring on one of 3 or 4 computers here, probably all of them, including my phone. No matter where I am, people can reach me on Skype. They can ring. My true friends, I consider y'all, and there's other people, but they all have a way of getting hold of me. They have my cell phone number. I don't give my cell phone number out to just anybody. I don't advertise it. But I make sure that the people that I feel like I can help and feel like that they need help and feel like they want help, and people that I feel like will help me, I make sure that those people have a way of contacting me. And even when I'm sleeping, I had one fellow call me from India at 4:30 in the morning a few days back here. Unfortunately, he was just wanting to sell me something, and I wasn't wanting to buy it. So, but anyway, he didn't have my cell phone number. What he did was call me on Skype. And of course, Skype rings my cell phone.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I caught you in a restaurant one time.
It's quite possible.
On Skype.
It's quite possible.
On Skype.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, I don't just delete a call. I will answer it. If I can't talk, I'll tell you, hey, I can't talk right now, but I will, and I will call you back. So y'all can bear that fact in mind. You do have a way to get a hold of me, and if you need to get a hold of me, don't hesitate. I'm rambling on and preaching here, but
Oh, you're not rambling. You're helping.
I try. I honestly try.
Well, you know, I've called every one of those people that I got a phone number with, and I've left them all messages, and they don't return my calls. So.
You know what? My true advice is once you, and Sandy said it a while ago, but once you've called them 2 or 3 times and they don't call you back, move on.
Yeah.
You've given them a way to contact you. I assume when you call them, if at all possible, you leave them a message and give them a way to contact you. If not, you've emailed them and you've given them a way to contact you. Move on.
Yeah.
Move on to to other people.
Bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things, my wife says. And if I don't know what I would do without her. And honestly, it's a really true statement. I don't know what I would do without her. But she sits over here and helps me on these calls all the time. In case y'all hadn't figured that out by now. But anyway, my advice is just move on. Go on. If they suddenly develop a desire and a hunger and really want you to work with them and help them, then they'll call you. They'll contact you. If they don't waste your time there. Move on to people that do need your help and do want it and do appreciate it. And if all that fails, pick the phone up and call me instead.
Yeah.
We'll talk about you driving a bus and my daughter driving a bus and eating gator tail.
Yeah.
I ain't so sure about rattlesnake though.
I got my third city council meeting coming up tomorrow night.
All right.
For another battle.
Well, if you're available Thursday night, we look forward to a report on that one.
Yeah. We got there's a contractor that's got that guy I told you about that's got a $32 million job going on over in Mount Dora.
Mm-hmm.
He told this doctor friend of mine that he says, yeah, Dave, he's hilarious, man. He had all of the board members sitting up there loose jawed. Their chins were sitting on the desk.
They didn't know what to do with you.
No, they're not going. They're not going to know tomorrow night either.
Like I said, we'll sit here, in great anticipation of a report on that.
And hopefully Thursday I'll be better rested.
Well, you know what? I appreciate you being in here, even though you're not rested, and I've already told me, and I know what you've been through in the last 24 hours, and I really, really appreciate you being here. You're the one. You're the people I'm looking for. It may take us another 10 years to get rich, but I tell you what, I'll hang in there with you as long as you hang in there.
Yeah. Well, I believe that. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
I know that. Absolutely, I know that. But, you and Sandy both, and I'm not. There are others besides just you and Sandy. Don't misunderstand me. Reverend Dave, Sandy. I don't know if I told you or not. He wasn't feeling very good tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was gonna take his cell phone to bed and try to call in on this call with his cell phone in bed. And
Gosh.
I squashed that. I told him that don't, and it's what I told him. I says go to bed and get some rest. Be back in here Thursday, and he will. He will, and he did. But he was going to make the effort to be here tonight. He did make the effort to call me and with a live video call on Skype. We talked about it, and I told him that if anything come up important, that I would share it with him. I'd make sure that he knew about it. So, this call is being recorded, by the way. I guess I ought to say that at least once during the call, huh?
if we hang in and work together, we can all get, in quotation marks, rich together.
Well,
I don't want to. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. About $1 million a month.
I keep telling you to quit dreaming little, but
That's pretty comfortable.
you know, I feel like I am rich. I am rich because I've got friends and family,
And that's more than anything.
and that means to me more than anything else in the world. But, and I know y'all didn't want to hear that because I know y'all involved with the network marketing to make money, and of course we all are, but having friends means more to me than just about anything else in the world. So. And I've literally still got friends that I got in business with 40 years ago. So, some of them still in the same business.
Wow, that's wonderful. Gosh.
So, but anyway, I've rambled on here for quite a while tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. Is any of y'all have anything else we need to discuss tonight?
No, I'm too tired to think of anything.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Well, I appreciate y'all making the effort to be here.
Well, I have got to tell you, Mike, I just, when we don't have a call, and it gets to be, between Thursday and Monday, it seems like, gosh, I wish we had a call tonight, because I miss talking to you guys. So,
It was a long time, you're right.
It is. It's like, a lot of days in between there. But I enjoy talking to y'all.
Same
folks.
here. Well, y'all have a great night. We will be back again Thursday night. And
Okay.
Look
God bless.
forward to talking to y'all, and look forward to your report, David. So,
Yes.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
good night, everyone.